that's all we've got for this week. Thanks for watching.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to the NBA playoffs in this critical Game 4 of the opening round here on 2K Sports, along with the Jet and the Diesel, Ernie Johnson. We'll watch the Phoenix Suns in this one as they go up against the Minnesota Timberwolves at Target Center. Looking at Minnesota,
the Western Conference NBA playoffs, round 1 continues. The Minnesota Timberwolves have set the tone of the series up 2-1. Can they maintain their composure and take a commanding 3-1 lead? Now, the test awaits as they face off against the Phoenix Suns. Round 1 of the NBA playoffs continues.
There is a buzz in the air in the sold-out arena here in downtown Minneapolis. Glad you can join us. It's Game 4 of the Western Conference quarterfinals, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. You look at Minnesota, a critical juncture in the series for them, even though they lead the series 2-1. A win or a loss tonight can have a dramatic effect on the outcome of this series.
This could be one of those pivotal games, guys. Coming in as a lower seed, they've taken the lead in this series. If they win here tonight in front of that home crowd, I think they take complete control.
Yeah, you can't afford to lose this one, plain and simple. Not here at home. I mean, it would completely change the entire series. They did so well to swipe home court advantage, well, they don't want to give it right back.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Jimmy Butler is out there with Marvin Williams. Then there's Devin Booker. Then it's Russell. And it's Chandler in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. It's deflected. Towns with the steal. Booker against Levine. The feed to George. Outside, Levine. Thomas a screen. The tray. And there's Paul George on the assist by Towns. George has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Russell passes to Chandler. Russell against Thomas. Russell no luck. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. Thomas kicks to Levine. Towns the screen. Levine dishes to Towns. Lets it go from deep. And another 3 for Minnesota.
You know, if you're guarding Levine, Kevin, you have to respect how quickly he can catch and elevate. I mean, this guy can bounce like he's on a trampoline.
Now, here is Russell. Williams passes to Booker. Phoenix, no good that time either. Minnesota's gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Tell you what, you don't expect the center to attack off the bounce like this. I mean, Towns caught the defense off guard.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At the line for 2.
The free throw drops for Towns.
And I tell you what, the former NBA Rookie of the Year, Towns continuing his rapid ascension as one of the league's best centers.
And so he makes both from the line.
Great touch from the line. Always important for bigger guys to be able to come through at the strike.
There's the screen. Chandler a screen. Russell with a wide open look. Again, Russell missing. Minnesota with the ball. They've scored 10 straight. Outside, Levine. Russell against Thomas. Passes it to Towns. Outside for George. Shot clock at 5. Knocked loose. Out to the right wing. Russell from long range. Again, Russell missing.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Thomas kicks to Towns. Thomas a screen. Towns dishes to George. Over Russell. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. Come into this one after winning on Tuesday.
And typically on the road, it's harder to get into a great rhythm offensively, but they did just that.
Yeah, and from the start, Greg, you could tell they were ready to go. Loved how fearless they were, confident, aggressive, attack mode. They don't care where the games are played. They're ready to get it done.
Nice job coming off that screen. Booker's got it back down to within single digits for the Suns. Outside Thomas. Gibson the screen. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. They get it back. And again, Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got 6.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now, here is George. Chandler with the block.
And how about the basketball IQ of Chandler? Just knows exactly when to sky and commit to blocking shots.
Down low, stolen by Levine. In the corner, George with it. And again, Minnesota with the triple. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is working hard on the offensive glass. They've had a number of putbacks.
And here's Booker after Paul George getting his 3 to go. Williams a screen. Shot clock at 6. Here's Butler. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Timberwolves leading by 16. Levine wide open. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. Levine's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Clearly in great rhythm. They've got it going on. I mean, in a big way. Excellent job at establishing a huge lead early on.
Pick by Williams. The drive by Booker over Thomas. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Minnesota's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. Levine kicks to Thomas. Pass to George. Towns a screen on Butler. Levine for 3. Not going to go that time. The Suns go the other way with it. Russell with it. Now Thomas defending. Russell passes to Williams. Back to Russell. 3-pointer. Good on the triple. Russell's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Wow, that's real nice. I mean, D'Angelo really sets before he gets into a shot. Good use of pace there.
Gibson lays it up and banks it in.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And the Suns call time here. Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Earl Watson.
He told me this is basically a must-win game. He said we can't go down 3-1 in this series. Our odds of coming back from that deficit would be bad. We've got to do whatever it takes. Scrap, fight, find some way to even this up. We'll see if they can come through with that series-tying W tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks, David. And Phoenix making a change here. Bogut's checked in, picked by Williams, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And they got to get their heads into this game. They're giving the ball away far too easily.
Right you are. I mean, that's turnover number 3 already. Not the way you want to start a ball game.
Thomas against Russell. Outside Thomas. Pass to Towns. Over Bogut. And Towns gets it to go. Towns has got 8 points.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
Booker dishes to Russell. Williams sets a screen for Butler. Back to Russell. That shot, no good. Towns with the defensive effort.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Suns trail by 19. Butler with the ball. George picks him up. And it's Russell in the corner. Levine against Booker. Screen by Russell. And Booker kicks to Butler. Over George. And Butler gets it to go on the assist by Booker. Butler's got his first points of the night.
How about the execution from Butler there? I love it. I mean, simply taking his time inside and getting the job done.
Here's Towns, and again it's Minnesota converting.
Yeah, second chance points, a huge issue right now. They're getting steamrolled inside.
Well, guys, nobody's boxing out. I mean, I could go out there and get an offensive rebound. They're just watching. And if you're the coaching staff, that's unacceptable.
Screen by Bogut. Suns moving the ball around. Williams sets a screen for Russell. Here's Booker. Great D that time from Thomas. Minnesota leading by 19. Towns with it. Guarded now by Andrew Bogut. Thomas passes to Towns. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. Thomas got 3 assists in the game. Phoenix has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Williams against Gibson. Outside Williams. Here's Russell, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
Sizes it up. Russell wisely takes it himself.
Here's Minnesota. They're on an 18-7 run. Towns a screen on Russell. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Andrew Bogut.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
The Timberwolves have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
That free throw good from Isaiah Thomas. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Gibson. Gallinari comes in for George. And Tony Allen subbed in for Zach LaVine. And for the Suns, Chris, he's checked in for Williams. Young comes in for Devin Booker. And Parker subbed in for Russell. And both free throws good for Thomas tonight.
Or a player who plays with great passion and goes all out.
Out to Gallinari. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Phoenix has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Screen by Bogut. Parker dishes to Young. Parker, a screen on Allen. On its way from Young for 2, and he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, not a lot of effort put forth on defense there. I mean, I think he's definitely got to play up on him more and off the screen in that situation.
Here's Tucker. The Suns getting the bucket to the wing right side. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? You like their effort level here in the early going. I mean, they're really making things happen for themselves.
Now, here is Young. Back to Parker. Clock at 4. With the teardrop and the rejection by Jang.
And this is something you'd like to see more of from Jang, given his size and wingspan.
Suns trail by 21. Outside Butler. Gallinari with the steal. He dishes it to Thomas. 1:11 left in the first. Kicks it to Jang. Over Bogut. Goes back up.
Oh my God.
And it's laid in by Jang.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Young with the ball. And Allen picks him up defensively. There's the pass to Chris. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Butler on the wing. Guarded by Tucker. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Devin Booker, he's checked in for Butler. Minnesota leading by 23. Thomas passes to Jang. Allen with the screen for Jang. Back to Thomas. Dishes to Jang. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. Thomas got 4 assists now tonight.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Tone setting, that's what I call it. Grabbing this one by the throat early on and then squeezing it hard.
Here's a screen by Chris. Young for 3. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Wow, what a miracle he to finish off the quarter. How'd he get that one to go?
I don't know, but I think that's a 2% shot. He'd make 2 out of 100 of those if you gave them to him.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. We come back right after this. And a guy who seems to improve every season, Jimmy Butler. He spoke with us about one of his biggest surprises.
It's crazy because I've never thought that.
And hard to doubt the dedication of Jimmy Butler. He's found a way to overcome obstacles at each important point along the way.
You know, he's a self-made player. And if Butler can stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit.
Welcome back to Game 4 as we get ready to start things up again. And quite a position here for the Timberwolves to be in. What do you think, guys?
Well, already in the first period, they found ways to get this offense ramped up.
Yeah, nice beginning so far. This is how you play out of the gate.
Zhang is out there with Gallinari. Then it's P.J. Tucker. That's Tony Allen. And it's Thomas in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Chalk up 2 there.
Though Jang has developed a pretty good outside shot, this is where you want him operating, in the painted area.
Parker outside. The dish to Booker. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wynn.
I could not say it any better, showing you some real focus, taking it inside against the bigger man.
Now, here's Tucker. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Feeds it to Jang. Fires from the wing. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
Good rhythm in the catch-and-shoot game. Defensively, you'd prefer to force Jang into at least 1 dribble. Not quite as effective if he has to put it on the ground.
Young's shot is off.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Now here's Thomas. Over in the corner, Allen. Jang, a screen. Allen in the post. He's guarded by Booker. Allen's shot is off. Phoenix has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. Yeah, the assist by Parker, just brilliant. Really seeing his teammates out there.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Thomas kicks it to Tucker. Gallinari dishes to Allen. Now here's Tucker, defended by Young. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Justin Holiday's checked in for Tony Allen. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Phoenix calls timeout. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Parker kicks to Booker. Nice ball movement by Phoenix.
Pass that.
Young outside, just 5 to shoot. Fires for 3, sinks the three-pointer. Young's got 8 points.
Yeah, I like that lean back release. Hard for any defender to get to Young's jumper.
They set the pick. Thomas kicks it to Tucker. Back to Thomas for the 3. Tyson Chandler grabs the board. Suns trail by 19. Booker in the post, guarded by Holiday. No good from Booker.
Obviously, I mean, it would go a long way if he's making his shots. Right now, they're behind, and they certainly could use his help.
Thomas passes to Gallinari. And here's Jang. 8 points for him. He feeds it to Thomas. The offensive rebound. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Towns, he's checked in for Gallinari. Paul George comes in for P.J. Tucker. And Levine subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. For Phoenix, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Parker sets the screen for Booker. And here's Young from the arc. And again, it's the Suns missing. Outside Holiday. He kicks it to Levine. Towns the screen. Back to Holiday. Looking to end the drought. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Young outside. And stolen by Jang. Oh, trying for it. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for the Suns. D'Angelo Russell comes in for Tony Parker. Booker dishes to Russell. There's a screen by Chris. There's the pick. Russell kicks to Booker. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Timberwolves leading by 16. Levine with it. He's got 5. Right side George. The feed to Towns. Chandler with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
For 3, Booker. Again, the miss by Booker.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Levine for 3. Good on the triple. Levine's got 8 points.
And I tell you what, Levine has a nice stroke from distance. He's got excellent lift into his shot motion, and he's got that nice high arcing, soft, kind of butterfly touch.
Now here's Butler, and here's Booker from the arc. Again, the miss by Booker.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc. Boy, I really like the way he's stroking the ball. I mean, knocking down a bunch of his shots and really being efficient.
Here's Butler. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Russell against Levine. Passes it to George. 6 to shoot. Here's Towns. That's good. And it's Levine with the assist. And that's now 17 points for Karl Anthony Towns. Russell kicks to Booker. Can they get it? And D'Angelo Russell with the 3.
Showing good form on the shot. Quick release, D'Angelo, lethal from deep.
Levine kicks to Towns. Pass to George. Back to Towns. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night. The Suns have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Russell passes to Chris. Pass to Booker. Now Russell. He's got 8. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Booker. There's the 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Booker's got 8 here in the quarter.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Russell against Levine. He dishes it to Towns. It's tipped. Now here's Butler. Over George. Another one falls for Phoenix.
Tip your hat to Butler there. A lot of respect if you're the defense. I mean, he's got a knack for making tough shots against good defense.
Now here's Towns. 19 points in the game. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Towns has got 21 in the game. Suns trail by 19. Russell kicks to Chandler. Down low. Booker.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special.
A circus dunk for you right there, guys.
So it's the Timberwolves now, following the score by Phoenix. Outside for George. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Towns has got 3 assists in the game.
Well, I think you have to crowd George's airspace beyond the arc. Can't give him any room back there. If you don't crowd him and invade his space, he's shooting it every time, and he's going to make most of them.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Gibson's checked in, and then for Phoenix, Andrew Bogut checked in for Chandler. Williams comes in for Chris. Young is subbed in for Devin Booker. Williams can't hit. Minnesota leading by 20. Outside Holiday. Here's Gibson, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Taj Gibson is a solid role player, really one of the best we have. A good rebounder and defender with a soft touch from the mid-range and can score without having plays called for him.
Tony Allen's checked in for the Timberwolves. And Phoenix also making a switch. Chris is checked in. Now, here is Russell. He's got 8. And Young kicks to Butler. There's a screen by Chris. Off the screen. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
I mean, the mid-range jumper of Butler is impressive as he continues to get better from here.
Towns sets the pick for George. Kicks to Towns. Lets the 3 fly. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Yeah, that's a good observation on your part, Greg. Fewer free throw attempts for them this quarter. And the danger is they can't afford to get too comfortable out there because they've got the lead. Otherwise, it might start to get away from him.
And here is Gibson after D'Angelo Russell hitting the three. And George, here we go. Here's Towns. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
He's been turned up this quarter, showing a lot of confidence and sinking a lot of his shots.
Gallinari, he's checked in for Allen. Suns trail by 20. Young dishes to Russell. Misses the three. Minnesota's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Russell against Levine. Towns a screen on Williams. George against Williams. For three, Levine. Here's Towns. The shot that time, not on target. Excellent D there from Williams. 58 seconds left in the second quarter. Butler against Gallinari. There's a screen by Chris. Russell passes to Williams. And the three off target.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Another miss by Towns.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution, just didn't knock it down. But you're right, they're happy with that shot.
He gets that one.
He's making it look easy scoring out there because he's much more efficient here in the second.
Here's Levine. He's got 8. And there's the pass to Gallinari. Dishes it to Towns. Yes, that goes in. Towns has got 26 points.
Yep, another one from Towns. There's no limit to what he can score when he's in this.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is always such a pleasure. Have I told you that enough? Looking at Minnesota with a chance to take a commanding 3-1 lead in this series. They've got their foot firmly on the gas pedal tonight. A sensational first half performance for them. And Kenny, what did you see out?
The buildings of downtown Minneapolis all lit up on this lovely evening. Welcome back, everyone, to the Twin Cities. And here are the Suns now. Here's who Earl Watson is starting the second half with. They've got Jimmy Butler, Chandler out there with Williams. Then it's Russell, and it's Booker in at the 2-guard spot. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Booker's got the first basket of the third quarter for Phoenix. Towns sets the pick for Thomas. There's the dish to George. To the inside, here's Towns. Chandler with the block. Outside, Russell, stolen by George. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Thomas's shot is off. Suns trail by 18. Russell kicks to Booker. Feeds to Williams. Good. And a nice assist from Booker.
Got to be happy with the result, moving the ball so well on that possession. Beautiful.
Thomas against Russell. Thomas kicks to George. Here's Towns. And the basket is good. Towns has got 28.
You know, for a guy with Towns' size, I mean, to have this level of body control, tell you what, it's no wonder the contact didn't bother the shot.
George against Butler. 5 on the clock. Back to Russell. The three. And no good. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Lob pass to George. A flawless finish on the alley-oop. And the Timberwolves lead by 19.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth.
He could have messed that up trying for a big slam. Nice work going to the layup.
Drills it from outside. Williams has got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Suns.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
Levine kicks to George. Towns the screen. And again, Paul George. George has got 13.
There's only so much you can do against a guy like Paul George. I mean, when he's this deep inside, he uses his height and his bounce really well.
Timeout called, the Suns.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Absolutely, Greg. I mean, they're getting crushed, killed, hammered, pulverized in the post.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. There's a screen by Williams. Here's Russell. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. 15 points in the game.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Outside, George. Here's Towns. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got 4 assists now tonight.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Towns against Chandler. Here's Booker. And the rejection by Towns.
Great timing on the block there. Towns helps affect winning in a lot of different ways.
Levine dishes to Thomas. The three. It's hauled in by the Suns. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Booker with no one around. Another 3 for Phoenix.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Thomas passes to Towns. Outside, George. Kept alive. Suns trail by 15. Williams kicks to Booker. He feeds it to Russell. Chandler with the screen on Thomas. Over in the corner, Williams. With the putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Excellent timing on that tip in. That's something that makes him so good. I mean, just great timing in the air around the basket. A gift.
And George kicks to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
There's the great length we're always talking about with Karl Anthony Towns. I mean, leaving no doubt about that one.
Russell kicks to Williams. Butler in the corner. No good on the triple. Timberwolves leading by 15. Towns dishes to George. Outside, Levine. Thomas kicks to Towns. over Williams. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. 34 points for Karl Anthony Towns. Suns trail by 17. Russell kicks to Williams. The feed to Booker. Shoots it up. It's hauled in by George.
No other way to say it. Flat out bad defense. Didn't even contest the shot. Lucky for them, he misfired on it.
He kicks to Levine. Back to George. 6 on the shot clock. Towns sets the pick for George. The putback, and it's Towns on the follow. Towns has got 10 points in the quarter.
Boy, the relentless nature of Towns snatches the offensive board, then converts it into points efficiently and effectively done.
Butler passes to Booker. Chandler with the screen on Levine. From 11 feet away, and the jumper is good. 18 points for Devin Booker.
Yeah, those shots are taken totally in rhythm, high percentage quality shots, and really getting whatever he wants.
No one covering. And the Timberwolves lead by 20.
And that's just exquisite teamwork. I mean, running the two-man game, Levine gets the separation that's needed.
Russell dishes to Booker. Picked by Williams, and it's Russell in the corner. Williams sends a screen for Russell to the middle. And Williams gets it to go on the assist by Russell. Russell's got 3 assists tonight.
Bit of an oversized playmaking guard allows Russell to see over and around defenders. Great look there.
Thomas kicks to Towns. Puts it up. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Thomas got his second bucket tonight.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
And here's Russell. He's got 15. Suns moving the ball around. Outside Williams. Again, the miss by Williams. Timberwolves leading by 20. 13 feet away. And it comes off the front of the rim.
You must make that one. Even with the defense present, these are shots you have to finish.
Chandler a screen. Russell kicks to Butler. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Butler's got 10 points.
Really good to see Butler knocking down the 3-ball, Kevin. I mean, a part of his game he must continue to improve on.
Start it.
Timeout called. First of the game for Minnesota.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
Yeah, recalibration time with the timeout call there.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Jang, he's checked in for Towns. P.J. Tucker comes in for Taj Gibson. And it's Gallinari in for Zach LaVine. And for the Suns, Bogut comes in for Chandler. And Nick Young is subbed in for Devin Booker. Young with the ball. He's got 8. Russell kicks to Williams. Gallinari with the steal. And here comes Thomas leading the fast break. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
That's his first personal foul.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Minnesota.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've really been on fire from beyond the arc tonight, too. I mean, a lot of their points have come from out there.
2 shots.
First one falls for him. And both free throws good for Thomas. Suns trail by 21. Now Russell. 15 points in the game. Screen by Bogut. Bogut with a screen on Thomas. Williams sets a screen for Russell. 4 on the shot clock. The shot off that time. Some solid defense from Gallinari. Passes it to Thomas. They set the pick. George passes to Tucker. Zhang with a screen on Russell. Russell against Gallinari. Here's Zhang. That's short off the rim. Phoenix has gone to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. Russell dishes to Williams. Butler kicks to Young. Outside Russell. Outside Williams. Pass to Bogut. The kick out to Williams. Williams sets a screen for Russell. Butler from outside. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. George has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Gallinari wide open. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Russell's running, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. There's the foul. That's against Minnesota. Phoenix shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
You know, a decent free throw shooter at this point in his career. D'Angelo has the natural stroke, I think, to become one of the league's best. Shoots it very fluidly and easily.
The 3 from George. It balls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
Yeah, you know, continue to pour it on them. That's what they want to do right now. Doing their best to put this game out of reach and in the win column.
Screen by Bogut. Russell against Thomas. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
So, free throws for Russell. Something we should be saying often for the next decade or more.
Some changes for Phoenix. Marquise Chris comes in for Williams. And Parker subbed in for Jimmy Butler. Timberwolves leading by 21. Outside Thomas. Pass to Gallinari. Back to Thomas. He dishes it to George. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got his 7th assist in the game.
He's really picked up where he left off in the first.
Outside Russell. Good ball movement here by the Suns.
Yeah, we need that.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
So for the Suns, Williams, he's checked in for Chris. And it's Devin Booker in for D'Angelo Russell. Thomas passes to Zhang. Back to Thomas. Shot from the top of the key. And Zhang kicks to Thomas. The pass to George. Over Parker. And it's sent back by Bogut.
And with that condor-like wingspan, Bogut says,
Booker. Rebound by Zhang. Zhang's got 4 rebounds now tonight. On the wing, George. There's the triple. George missing again. Parker. That shot off the mark. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for Minnesota. He's approaching 40 points for him in the game. He's scoring in just about every way possible. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Now let's hear what Coach Tom Thibodeau was reviewing with.
Defensively, make sure we're all game.
And we're back to the action here in this round 1 matchup. Timberwolves shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. Thomas is out there with Paul George. Then it's Gorgie Dang. Then there's Gallinari. And it's Tucker in at the 4 slot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And he gets it to go. And that's 10 points for Isaiah Thomas.
Oh, great awareness. No reason to take it inside there against the taller man.
Yeah, he knew he had him beat, Greg. I mean, that was clear. Took advantage of the space he had and then calmly and
Chris